You signed a 25-year warranty with a company you trusted. They showed up at your house, climbed on your roof, and promised they would be there if anything ever went wrong. Then one morning you called, and nobody picked up. The website was gone. The office was closed. Your 25-year warranty was backed by a company that did not last 5. That was their promise. If that is you right now, you are not alone. Over 100 solar companies have filed for bankruptcy or shut down since 2022, leaving hundreds of thousands of homeowners stranded. In this video, I am walking you through the 5 steps you need to take right now to figure out which warranties you still have, which ones died with the company, and how to get your system back under professional support before something actually breaks. If you have not bought solar yet, the prevention checklist at the end could save you from ever ending up in this situation. Stick around for that. Here's how fast this happened. SunPower, one of the oldest names in the business, filed Chapter 11 in August 2024 with $2 billion in debt. Sunnova filed in June 2025. Mosaic, one of the biggest solar lenders in the country, filed in June 2025. Titan Solar Power closed its doors. ADT Solar shut down. Pink Energy got hit with an FTC lawsuit and disappeared. Then Freedom Forever, the #1 residential solar contractor by kilowatts installed in 2025, filed Chapter 11 on April 15th, 2026 with over $500 million in debt, just 9 days after the Texas Attorney General named them in a fraud investigation. That one company alone had installed systems on roughly 190,000 homes. In California alone, Bloomberg reported over 820,000 abandoned solar installations. Now, before you panic, your panels did not stop working because the installer S-phone went to voicemail. The equipment on your roof still generates electricity, your inverter still converts it, your meter still spins. The immediate crisis is not that your system is dead. The crisis is that the safety net underneath it just vanished. So let us talk about exactly what you lost and what you still have, because those are 2 very different lists. When your installer goes bankrupt, the workmanship warranty is almost certainly gone. That warranty covered the quality of the installation itself, the way the panels were mounted to your roof, the wiring, the conduit runs, the roof penetrations. If a panel mount starts leaking water into your attic 2 years from now, the company that promised to fix it no longer exists. That workmanship warranty was only as strong as the company behind it, and the company is gone. You also likely lost your production guarantee. Many installers promise your system will generate a certain number of kilowatt hours per year, and if it falls short, they make up the difference. That guarantee was an installer promise, not a manufacturer one. Gone. Your monitoring portal may also go dark. If the installer ran their own monitoring dashboard, that server could shut down with the company. You might lose visibility into whether your system is even performing correctly. But here's what you did not lose, and this is the part that matters most. Your equipment manufacturer warranties almost certainly survive. The company that made your solar panels, your inverter, and your battery issued those warranties independently from the installer. N-phase microinverters carry a 25-year warranty regardless of who installed them. REC panels with their ProTrust program offer 25 years on both product and performance, plus 10 years of labor coverage if a REC certified installer did the work. Even SolarEdge, which carries a shorter 12-year standard warranty on their central inverters, honors that warranty through their own service network, not through your installer. The manufacturer warranty is tied to the equipment serial number, not to the company that bolted it to your roof. That distinction might be the most important sentence in this entire video. One caveat. If your installer was also the manufacturer of your panels, which was the case for some SunPower customers, then a bankruptcy could put both warranties at risk. Complete Solaria purchased SunPower's assets in September 2024 and rebranded as SunPower Inc. in April 2025, and they have said they will honor existing warranties. But not every bankruptcy ends with an acquisition. Sometimes the company just disappears, and so does every promise they made. Now, if you have a lease or a power purchase agreement, the situation is a bit different. The company that owns your system, which is the financing company and not the installer, is typically responsible for maintenance and repairs. Those agreements usually transfer to an acquiring company during bankruptcy proceedings, but lease and power purchase agreement providers can also go bankrupt. Sunnova proved that in June 2025. If you have a leased system through a company that is in financial trouble, pay close attention to your mail for bankruptcy court notifications and do not ignore them. You typically have 90 days from the filing to submit any claims for financial damages. So let's get into the 5 steps every orphaned homeowner needs to take right now. Step 1. Gather every document you have related to your solar installation before anything else. You need your original contract, your warranty paperwork, your permit packet, your interconnection agreement with the utility, and any incentive or rebate documentation. Find the brand names, model numbers, and serial numbers for every major component. That includes panels, the inverter, any optimizer or microinverter units, and the battery if you have one. If you cannot find the serial numbers in your paperwork, they are usually printed on a label on the equipment itself. Do not climb on your roof to check panel labels. A qualified technician can do that safely during a system inspection. Why does this matter so urgently? Because when another company takes over your service, the first thing they are going to ask for is equipment identification and proof of purchase. If you wait until something breaks, you will be scrambling for paperwork while your system sits dead on the roof. Step 2. Confirm your system is actually producing. Log into whatever monitoring app or portal you still have access to. If your installer's portal went dark, check whether your inverter manufacturer has its own monitoring platform. Enphase has the Enlighten app. Solar Edge has its monitoring portal. Both of these are tied to the equipment, not the installer. If you do not have access to any monitoring and your system is grid-tied, compare your recent utility bills to previous months. A sudden spike in your electricity bill is a strong signal that something stopped working. The problem with orphaned systems is that they can look perfectly fine from the street while underperforming by 30 or even 40%. Homeowners and solar forums consistently report discovering problems months after their installer vanished because nobody was watching the data. The longer a fault goes undetected, the more generation and savings you lose. One of Solar Insure's biggest findings is that systems without active monitoring develop issues at a significantly higher rate than monitored systems. If you lost monitoring access, getting it restored through a third-party provider should be near the top of your priority list. Step 3. Contact the manufacturers of your equipment directly. This is the step most orphaned homeowners skip, and it is the most important one. Call Enphase, call Solar Edge, call Reki, call whoever made your panels and your inverter, and tell them your installer is no longer in business. Ask for 2 things. First, confirm that your manufacturer warranty is still active, and ask what is covered. Second, ask for a list of certified installers or service partners in your area who are authorized to work on that equipment. That second part is critical. As a service coordinator at Exact Solar told Energy Sage, if you do not use a certified installer to work on your equipment, the manufacturer could void your remaining warranty. It sounds frustrating, but the certification requirement exists because improperly serviced solar equipment can create safety hazards, and manufacturers do not want liability for someone else's mistakes. So get the approved list before you hire anyone. If you are finding this helpful, hit subscribe. I cover solar scams, insider strategies, and honest equipment reviews every week. Step 4. Find a local solar service provider. This is where you rebuild the support system that vanished with your installer. You're looking for a local company with at least 10 years in business in your specific market, not a national brand that subcontracts everything. Check their contractor license through your state licensing board. Read reviews on solar reviews, not just Google, because Google reviews are too easily gamed in this industry. Verify they are on the manufacturer's certified list from Step 3. Several companies have built their entire business model around servicing orphaned systems. Greenlancer offers nationwide solar repair, diagnostics, and maintenance specifically for homeowners whose installers went under. Solar Insure runs a program called Solar Detect that currently manages over 10,000 orphaned systems, providing remote monitoring, repair coordination, and monthly performance reports. Local installers across the country are also stepping up. When Freedom Forever filed, installers from Texas to North Carolina to the Bay Area immediately started posting in comment sections offering to take over orphaned systems in their areas. Now, a realistic expectation here. The new company will probably not replace the workmanship warranty your original installer provided. That warranty died with the company. But a good local installer can take over monitoring, perform diagnostics, handle manufacturer warranty claims on your behalf, and provide ongoing maintenance. You will likely pay for labor on service calls going forward. Budget somewhere between $150 and $300 per service visit, depending on your market and the complexity of the issue. A quick caveat on the difference between string inverters and microinverters, because it matters here. Solar Insure's data shows that string inverters fail at roughly 1 in 350 units within the first 2 years. Microinverters fail at about 1 in 800. If you have a string inverter system, a single inverter failure takes your entire system offline. If you have microinverters, one failure takes out one panel. For orphaned system owners, this means your urgency to get a service provider in place depends partly on your equipment architecture. A microinverter system gives you more breathing room. A string inverter system means one failure is a total shutdown until you get a technician out. Step 5. Protect yourself going forward. If you own your system outright and want to replace the safety net your installer's warranty used to provide, third-party warranty products now exist for exactly this situation. Solar Insure offers extended warranty coverage that includes monitoring and service coordination for homeowners who have been abandoned by their installer. Some homeowners' insurance policies now include renewable energy riders that cover equipment failure, output loss, and even some installation-related damage. These policies typically run a few $100s per year, but they eliminate the anxiety of having $25,000 of equipment on your roof with no backup plan. For homeowners who bought through a lease or a power purchase agreement and are worried about the financing company's stability, your best protection is documentation. Keep a copy of your lease agreement, every communication with the company, and any payment records in a physical file somewhere accessible. If the company files for bankruptcy, you will receive court notifications by mail. Read them. The deadlines inside those letters are real, and missing them can cost you the right to file a claim. Now, for everyone watching who has not bought solar yet, here's the prevention playbook so you never end up in this situation. First, choose a local installer with at least 10 years in business in your specific market. Not 10 years as a general contractor who added solar last year. 10 years doing solar in your area with a verifiable track record. The community's most painful stories all start with a national brand, a subcontracted crew, and a customer service number that goes dead 18 months later. Second, separate your manufacturer warranties from your installer warranties in your contract. Demand that the contract lists the panel brand, inverter brand, and battery brand by name, along with each component's warranty terms, independent from the installer's workmanship warranty. If the installer will not put the equipment specifics in writing before you sign, walk away. That alone tells you something about how they operate. Third, vet the installer's financial health. Check their Better Business Bureau profile, check their state contractor licensing board for any complaints or liens, and search their company name, plus the words lawsuit and bankruptcy before you sign anything. It takes 15 minutes, and it is the one piece of due diligence that could save you from this entire nightmare. And fourth, consider manufacturers who insure their warranties against their own bankruptcy. Canadian Solar has secured third-party warranty insurance, meaning even if they go under, a separate insurance company honors the warranty. REC's ProTrust program with a certified installer gives you 25 years of product and performance coverage, plus labor. These manufacturers are betting their reputation that they will be around, and they have put financial backing behind that bet. The solar industry's bankruptcy wave is real, and pretending it is not happening would make this channel no different from the salespeople we criticize every week. But here is what is also real. The panels on your roof still generate electricity. The manufacturer warranties on your equipment are still valid. And there are qualified professionals ready to step into the gap your installer left behind. You just need to take the 5 steps in this video before something breaks, not after. If this helped you, hit subscribe. Next week, I am covering the real math on whether you actually need a solar battery, including the thermal storage trick installers never mention because there is no markup in it for them.